Rachel here from Homemaking on the Homestead, and I decided to do a video today on February's one word. Last month I was inspired by that from, well, number one, the pick a word for the year, and I thought, well, what a great idea, but what about a word to focus on each month? So I did that in January, and I can post that one up here if you haven't seen that one yet. And I decided, okay, let's do one for February. So the obvious one that comes to mind, of course, is love. This is Valentine's month and all that. But I'm trying to focus on words that somehow inspire me or encourage me. And so this month, while love is an excellent word, by the way, but this month I have decided on the word faith. And, you know, the reason that I picked this word is because sometimes life can just be overwhelming. You can have a lot of things being thrown at you. And that has certainly been the case for me. Not only have I had my own health issues to deal with, my husband is going through a bit of an issue, and it's causing some vision problem for him, and I'm not going to go into all the detail on that, but it looks like it's a viral infection, so he's being treated for it. But you know, there's that, and then we have someone that's very near and dear to us, a loved one in our family who is elderly, and they fell, crushed 3 vertebrae in their back, and it's been a very stressful event as they are slowly right now trying to heal after surgery. And you know, it's tough when you're in your 80s to be going through things like that, and we're very concerned. And so it just seems like right now there's just a whole lot of things coming at us, and my husband and I were both like, wow, what a way to start 2022. But so you know, I think that in the big picture, we need to learn to have faith that, you know, we will walk through these things and God will carry us through these difficult times. When life gets difficult, it can be and challenging, it can be really easy to take the pity party side of it. You know, why me, Lord? Why are you, you know, why is this happening to me? Why are you putting me through these types of things? And I think that we need to understand God's perspective on these things. So I'm going to read to you a verse from John 16:33. These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. We were not promised that we would never have difficult things. We were not promised that we would never walk through trials and tribulations in our life. And then the other verse that I wanted to read to you too is from Matthew. And it is Matthew 5:45. He makes the sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. So, you know, life is what life is. Things happen, and we just need to have the faith as we walk through these things, knowing that we have a God that loves us dearly and is right there to help strengthen us, to help encourage us, and to help us walk through difficult times. When we experience overwhelming things, I think it's good to know that we will get on the other side of it. Years ago, I had a friend share with me something that at the time was very encouraging, and she was recounting the story of Jesus, and he was out on the Sea of Galilee, and there was a storm, and the boat was being tossed, and the disciples were afraid, and it was a very turbulent time for them. And then what Jesus did, I will just read to you what he did from Mark chapter 4, verse 39. Then he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. So in our life, we need to know that at some point Jesus will speak and the storm will be over, and we will be on the other side of that. And that is where faith comes in, is that we need to have that faith. We need to know that he is still on the throne and that he is still walking us through these difficult times. And I know that I have found in my own life that when at times get troubled and I'm feeling anxiety or I'm feeling overwhelmed, that I have to actively work at increasing my faith. And so what are the ways that we can increase our faith? The number one way, of course, is prayer. In James chapter 5, it says, the fervent prayers of a righteous man avails much. And I think that it also, one of the greatest things that prayer does for us is to give us peace and to give us strength. And all those things build our faith. The other thing that builds our faith is reading the Bible. And even more so in my own personal experience is listening to the Bible. I do my daily Bible reading, but on top of that, when I need some faith building in my life, I will turn on an audio version of the Bible and just let it play. It does not matter to me whether I hear every word that is being spoken. In the quiet moments, I hear it, and it just is playing throughout my house, giving my house a sense of peace and calmness. And that alone is very faith building. In Romans chapter 10, it says, so faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So there is something about the listening to scriptures to help build up your faith. Years ago, I had a CD set of the Bible, and when things would get, just overwhelming to me, I would stick those CDs in and just listen to them. And nowadays, it's so much simpler because we have all kinds of Bible apps, and I've shared that in Reading the Word for the Year, where you can find Bible apps, and I can link that below as well, especially the one that I have that I just love that app. I have it on an old tablet. It's a tiny little tablet, and that's the only thing I really have on that tablet is the Bible. And so when I need it, I just turn it on and just let it play. And it doesn't really matter to me whether it's reading through Isaiah or Romans or, Deuteronomy. It really doesn't matter. I just let it play. And it creates a lot of faith-building strength for me. One of the things, one of my dear she's my best friend, she, told me one time years ago is that God never lets these times in our life, these crises, these troubles, go to waste. It's not just about us. It's not just about us walking through our own personal situations. Everything that happens to us affects all kinds of people around us. I like to think of it as a rock being thrown into the water, and you just see the ripple effect. And it touches the lives of people all around us. Your story, when you get to the other side, because you will get to the other side, your story is a story of faith building to somebody else who needs encouragement at that moment. Your testimony of what you walked through and what you saw God do in that situation and in your life will help build the faith of other people around you as well. I really believe it becomes a testimony to our relationship with God and our ability to let God answer the prayers, let God walk us through, let God do the healing that needs to be done, whether physical, mental, emotional, it doesn't really matter. God will do that healing in us, and that becomes an incredible testimony. Even I'd like to think to my children, to my grandchildren, as they watch me walk through difficult times. How do I handle it? What do I do? Where is my level of trust in God? And all of that becomes faith building, not just to me, but also to those who are around me. So there you have it. That is my word for February is faith. And I pray that all of us can build our faith and be encouraged, and to know that we are also encouraging other people as they watch us walk through difficult times. I hope you found this video to be a blessing to you, and I'd love to hear from you in the comment section on your faith-building experiences, and what do you do to build your faith in difficult times. I would like to know those things and have a conversation about those things. All right, everyone. I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.